Hello, my name is Dr. Michelle Maidenberg. Today I'm going to be talking about positive affirmations and paying attention to whether you're getting your needs met. The reason why that's so critical is it helps us to think about whether we're setting appropriate boundaries, whether we're asking for what we need, and whether we're fortifying for ourselves that our needs are met on a daily basis. And it could be self-care. It could be us, asserting ourselves. It could also be us actually seeking out to be doing whatever we need to on behalf of our own well-being. And sometimes it's more practical. And for some people, it could really lead to people pleasing or thinking about others before themselves. So it's important for each person, for each of us, to really think about, do we really pay attention to our own needs? Do we really pay attention to thinking about what helps us to cultivate a life where we're being our best self? And I was just in session with somebody who was talking about how sometimes when she would interact, she would find that the person that she's speaking to is practically ignoring her. And she'll all of a sudden say something and recognize that the person is distracted or looking away. And how hurtful that is for her. And then I asked her, like, are you expressing, maybe expressing your desire for, having them being a little bit more attentive or etc. And she doesn't. She just sits with that instead of really expressing herself. So we need to speak up. But before we do, we need to identify and assess what our needs are initially. So I am going to invite you to sit up straight, and if you feel comfortable enough, you could close your eyes. And as we're sitting here in this guided meditation, I want you to think about what your needs are. What are your foundational needs? And whether you actually cultivate that for yourself. So I want you to notice your body. And be aware of your chest inflating and deflating. Right, the breath entering your chest and how it rises with each breath. And notice sometimes how your mind wanders. And the reason why it's helpful to think about our foundational needs is it helps us to focus on what's important. Do we have a need to be loved and attended to? Do we have a need to be responded to? Do we have a need for physical touch? Do we have a need for adventure and for creativity? What's truly important to us on a really deep foundational level? And think about what you need more of in your life to meet your needs. What's missing? What's vacant? What do you desire or crave that would help you to be more present, more mindful, more in tune? And think about why that's been missing in your life. What's gotten in the way? Why there's been that barrier? And try to think about what you need to do, both emotionally and practically, in order to cultivate that need. What needs to happen? What barriers need to be worked through? And have an image in your mind of working through them very mindfully and intentionally. Sometimes it may take the assistance of others or something you could do independently. And think about the steps that you need to take in order to work through those barriers. The micro steps. If you had to break it down into parts. And commit in this moment to yourself because of your self-love and your self-compassion. To following up, to putting in concerted effort. And put your hand on your heart, gently and compassionately. And take your other hand and cup the hand on your heart as if you're giving yourself a hug, some encouragement, some love. And say to yourself, I am committing to me. I am committing to enhancing myself and cultivating a better me. For myself, because I am worth it. I am deserving. I am desiring. And put your hands on your arms as if you're hugging yourself and stroke your arms. You may say to yourself, I can do this. I can do whatever I set my mind to doing because I am worthy. And put your hands gently on your knees and take some deep breaths, recognizing your personal power and ability to connect and to commit to yourself. And when I count to 3, and when you're ready, you could open your eyes. 1, 2, and 3. I believe in you wholeheartedly and unconditionally. Thank you.